Innovation is born from a firm foundation of ideals and beliefs. Bendigo has always had a progressive ideal. As a regional town, it has always wanted to be at the forefront of innovation. Thanks mostly to the wits and desire for learning of Bendigonians past, who encouraged continual progress and it founded a history as rich as the goldfields that first drew the miners to Bendigo. All these things have contributed to allow Bendigo to flourish into the place it is today. Bendigo has thrived from the moment the first nugget of gold was found in the rocks in Golden Square, marking the creation of the town and putting Bendigo on the map. Although the town was officially named Sandhurst at its creation, it was later changed to Bendigo after the English boxer Bill Thompson, nicknamed a Bendigo. Poet and long-time resident Darcey Alexander told the tale of the origin of Bendigo and how it was named in poetry. Though never in Australia, his fame had travelled far. A shepherd down near Ravenswood was known to have a spa, and people all around these parts would call him Bendigo, because he fought like Bendy and was game to have a go. He pastured flocks along the creek and all along the flat, where it was then called Bendigo's, and here his sheep got fat. So everyone was used to it, and that's how the name still stuck. Officials named it Sandhurst, but the name had little luck. And so 100 years ago, all this was Bendigo's, where Bendy fought and tended sheep. Well, so the story goes. Part truth, part folklore, the tale reflects one of a Bendigonian's favourite things, stories. And the town has given birth to many, with the Bendigo Advertiser beginning business on the 9th of December, 1853, 2 years after the discovery of gold on the gold mines, which were booming with men coming from all over to try their luck. The newspaper was founded by Arthur Moore Lloyd and Robert Ross Haverfield. The first issue of the paper was a 17 by 11-inch sheet. Lloyd and Haverfield saw the need for an official way to convey news to miners and seized the opportunity, creating a business that is still in operation 160 years later. To this day, the Advertiser is a community-based paper, with my own grandpa working for them for 40 years as a printer. Up until 1954, when Australia's biggest gold rush came to an end, with a total of 684 tonnes of recorded gold being mined in all, translated to be around $28 billion in today's currency. Bendigo lived and breathed the gold industry. One man used his wits and saw the opportunity to improve upon the extraction of gold. George Lancel, the Quartz King. Moving to Bendigo by walking all the way from Adelaide, the soap and candle maker came to seek his fortune. He was mining for 15 years before the innovative idea of digging deeper paid off. His determination shows how hard work and failure are needed if you are to be truly innovative and not just a bright idea. The English-born man was a proud Bendigonian and was largely responsible for introducing the diamond drill to quartz mining. He was famous in Bendigo, not only for his fortune, but for his tireless efforts to maintain the mining industry and thereby providing employment. He was director of 38 mines in Bendigo and had some connection with almost every mine. His innovative methods of drawing gold from quartz by digging down deeper to follow the reefs earned him the respect of Bendigo and the title of Quartz King, the king without a crown. The statue erected in his honour is inscripted with the words, in appreciation of the indomitable courage and persistent enterprise of George Lancel in the development of Bendigo's gold resources. The Central Deborah gold mines are now a tourist attraction, drawing people from far and wide to learn about the history of Victoria's gold mines. The innovative nature of Bendigo stems from people like Lancel, who have given the town a reputation for being a thriving city. To this day, Bendigo is constantly changing and improving. With the town's location being the geographical centre of Victoria, it is a cultural hub with attractions like its ever-expanding art gallery that has attracted hordes of people with recent Grace Kelly and Modern Love exhibitions. Bendigo's iconic Capitol Theatre is a notable home of the arts due to the extensive list of plays, performances and musical acts it hosts, after being saved from demolishment in 1990 by the people of Bendigo. The town continues to expand, with the old Bendigo jail site currently being transformed into the Bendigo Theatre Complex, a state-of-the-art theatre space. With a recently redeveloped library that is community-oriented through its hosting of talks and kids' story times, it aims to expand community use and reactivate the important community and civic space, with the library still at the same location since it opened in 1955. Bendigo will soon welcome a new hospital that will include 372 inpatient beds, 72 same-day beds, 10 new operating theatres, a regional cancer centre, an 80-bed integrated mental health facility, a mother and baby unit, and even a helipad. The hospital will cater for Bendigo and regional Victoria's ever-growing population, being the largest regional hospital in Victoria. The hospital will be a state-of-the-art facility that will incorporate modern design and technological solutions. The future hospital's vision statement says it will have a strong commitment to ongoing learning, research and innovation in a 21st century environment, while being sustainable, energy efficient and future ready. A huge leap from when Bendigo's first hospital was erected in 1853 before being knocked down by a storm. Easter in Bendigo is a time of celebration within the community. Bendigo comes together to stay in touch with its roots with the annual Easter festival. The parade includes local dance troupes, marching bands and plenty of other exciting things. The parade is most famous for the contribution made by the Bendigo Chinese community, who since the gold rush have lived and made Bendigo home. The connection with heritage the Chinese community has is evident, with Bendigo being home to the Chinese Dragon Museum, which is home to the largest imperial dragon in the southern hemisphere, Sanglung. Since opening in 1991, the museum has aimed to celebrate Chinese heritage in Australia by documenting and preserving its history. Bendigo is the Chinese cultural centre of Australia, with lion dancing troupes coming from Australia-wide to participate in the fair. As the Chinese community preserved its roots, so did the European miners, with Dr. Henry Bacchus, the first Catholic priest on the goldfields, committing his life and afterwards his estate to the building of the Sacred Heart Cathedral. The cathedral, which can be seen from all corners of town, is the only English Gothic revival cathedral built in the 19th century. The church stands as the second tallest church in Australia after St. Patrick's Cathedral in Melbourne. From the first tents erected on the goldfields to the recently completed headquarters of the Bendigo Bank, the city is continuously implementing ways to further its development. Since its foundation on the concept of innovation owed to determined men like George Lancel, who set a firm standard for the town. Bendigo is a flourishing city that takes pride in its origins and celebrates its past while continually striving for betterment. To go back to Dorothy Owen, Bendigo owes its title as an innovative city to those who have gone before us, who laid out and built up this place, where people of courage to venture, enhancing the city of grace. Yes, Bendigo City, a premier town, a city of treasure untold, this beautiful city, Victoria's heart of gold. The concepts of how wit and reputation, combined with an ongoing value for heritage and learning, has allowed Bendigo to attain the reputation of the innovative city it is today. For all its achievements and history, as rich as the goldfields that founded it, there really is no place like Bendigo. Thank you.